Hey guys, this is Indieformed. Obviously, I have not created graphics for this series yet, so please excuse that. This is a series I'm testing that gives some attention to some projects that I think are noteworthy. Not limited to games, but just general indie game news. If you've got a better suggestion for the name of this show, please do not hesitate to let me know below. But let's get started. Coming up on the 10th of August, we have Ludum 42. If you haven't heard of it, Ludum is an event held 3 times a year where developers get together and create a game under a given theme. There are 2 categories involved. The Jam, where you can work with a team or alone to create a game in 72 hours, or the Compo, the classic Ludum or Ludum Hard Mode, where you must work alone to create art, music, sound, everything from scratch in 48 hours. It's always inspiring to see games that come out of Ludum. The Maitre D, Mobs Inc. and Titan Souls are favourites of Indieformer. There are a lot of people looking to give their services for this, so be sure to go to the description and check out the links I've got there if you're interested in participating this August. Since coming back to Indieformer, I've been in touch with a few people who want the word out about indie games. Marcus and Malcolm Howard are 2 of them. They are creating Project MQ, which is a multimedia search engine dedicated to discovering independent video games. Project MQ have backed and promoted over 250 Kickstarter projects. They've mentored and advised over 350 indie developers and featured over 450 indie games and devs to their Twitter following. All of that free of charge. Currently there's 2 pieces to Project MQ. The first offers public resources to developers, like tips for marketing on Twitter, how to start and run a Kickstarter campaign, best PR practices, and other information. The second piece is an invitation-only exclusive area where they handpick indie games from across the world to be featured on the site. But those who are passionate about indie titles can also access the site and check out what's coming up or newly released too. I've had the chance to look at their in-development website, and I've got to say it's shaping up really well. These guys are committed to creating a global discovery and incubator platform for independent video games. If you're interested in taking a look at what they have to offer, there's plenty of links in the description packed full of info about Project MQ, and go over to Twitter and send them some love too. I feel like I can use this series to shed some light on some Kickstarter projects that I find noteworthy. MINDSEIZE unfortunately didn't reach its goal on Kickstarter. I came across it and was surprised that a game of this quality hadn't reached its target. Playing as a private investigator chasing after a dangerous criminal organisation called The Ascended, MINDSEIZE is a 2D action-adventure Metroidvania. You can see in the trailer they've put a ton of work into it. And fortunately, they've said that the Kickstarter was dedicated to a small portion of the overall cost. They're continuing to work on the game and will hopefully release another Kickstarter when the time is right. You can download their alpha demo from Steam now and decide whether this is a project worth backing. I think it's got a lot of potential. From an Egyptian-based studio in Cairo, we have the next AAA indie game. Spending a few minutes on their Kickstarter page, you will definitely see something inspiring. Their game, Knights of Light, is an RPG in a whopping 400 kilometers squared open world with an estimated 60 hours of content. And for reference, the largest city in Michigan, Detroit, measures 359.5 kilometers squared. So this is big. But this 400 kilometers squared world is divided up because they're planning 2 expansions. They've said that the expansions will be released after the initial release of Knights of Light and is extra content, not content the game is missing. We'll see how that one plays out. Based on history, you play as characters and events representative of the past. Venturing through the Middle East, it covers a time period from early medieval to late medieval ages. One reassuring aspect of this project is they've got actual in-game footage to back them up. There's far too much information about this game on their Kickstarter page for me to include in this video, so please go and check out the links in the description if this interests you. They have big things in mind for this game, and I hope they succeed. Here's a project that's coming up that I was actually emailed about. It's called Future Noir and has been in development for 1.5 years by a 16-year-old from Argentina. I can't confirm if that's true, but we're going to have to go with that. Set in the year 2054, you are a private investigator that has been given a case seemingly impossible to solve. There's a little extra to that, but I think you get the gist. The project isn't live yet, but from the trailer and the screenshots, this is looking like it could be a really interesting game. You can check out the pre-launch Indiegogo campaign via the description, and if you want to know when its campaign begins, be sure to follow Guillermo on Twitter. Or alternatively, you can follow Indieformer. I'll be sure to tweet about it. Now for an update on Indieformer and what you can expect this month. You should expect to see the best early access games released this August, along with the best indie games at the end of August. I'm also going to trial another video about some itch.io games that are released in August too. I think having a video that has some free casual indie games for you to play is a good contrast to the paid indie games that are normally featured. And with so much being added to itch every single day, I think it'll be a good way to catalogue the best that itch has to offer. If you've got a suggestion for how many games you'd like me to feature, let me know. But I think at the moment I'm going to start with 5 games and then move on from there. Also, hopefully this month you should see a collaboration with Get Indie Gaming. I can't guarantee it will come out. We're both in different countries, both have our own stuff going on, but it's in the works. I could go on forever about projects that are happening around the world, but that was a taste of what I'd like to do every month. Give you an update of just stuff that's happening that may not just generally be games. Something casual, something easy, something to indie-form you. This is the pilot episode, so if there's topics you'd like me to talk about or you've got general suggestions for this series, please let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time here on Indieformer.